Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Anthony and welcome back to another video. It's been a very long time since I've been doing this, since I've been recording, since I talked to you guys. So it's been a very long time. And I just want to let you guys know I'm on this world right now that me and my friend Omer have been playing on recently, a server. So I'm basically just going to be running around this whole video, around this world. But in this video, you guys might be looking at the length of this video and just be like bewildered by it, like for all I know. But in this video, I'm gonna be talking about basically my full Minecraft story, because I was sort of like thinking about it the other day, and there's like so much stuff that has happened with me on this game that it's been really crazy to experience it all. And like as I'm going through it, I don't really recognize like all the stuff that happened, but as I look back on it, it's pretty crazy, all the stuff that's happened. So I wanted to just put it all in a video and talk about the full story, of everything, and mention all the friends and all the cool people I've met along this journey. But also, I'm gonna try to keep this short. I don't want to make this like an hour-long video, but I could get a little bit ranty, but who knows. I don't want to make this long because I don't want to put you guys to sleep, and I don't want to put myself to sleep also, because it is currently 5 a.m. exactly. It is 5 a.m. April 9th, Thursday, 2020. I wasn't able to sleep, so I was up just thinking about this, and I was like, yeah, I really should just record this video right now. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to talk about the full Minecraft story and just everything that I've experienced on this game, because it's pretty cool. I'm going to share a lot of details that I don't think anybody really knows all the details of everything that's happened except me, because there's been like different phases, and I'll tell you guys all about it. But there's basically been like 3 main phases of the stuff that's happened to me on Minecraft on this game. And I want to talk to you guys about all of them, and really just like walk you through, like take a trip down memory lane. Because this is going to be probably not my last Minecraft video ever, but this will for certain be the last video on this channel. So this will be the end of this channel, the end of the Sparkling Ant. But I'll talk to you guys more about that and exactly what that means later in the video. But let's get to the story. There's a lot of people that share this in common with me, but at the very beginning, when I first started playing this game, I don't really remember specifically what year it was. I want to say it was 2011 or 2010, like 2012, anywhere around that time period. I know that was three full years, but it was somewhere around that time. But I just remember the first ever time when I was playing this game. I was watching Pulsar Jr., one of his, I'm pretty sure it's still on YouTube. And a lot of people's first video ever watched on YouTube was his video, his How to Survive and Thrive video, where it basically just teaches you how to like, this basically, hold up, I'll do literally like a replica of his video. He basically says, find like a mountain, like, oh, I'll just go over here and make this. I can't believe I'm actually demonstrating this for you guys, but he basically says, go into like a mountain like this and just like dig into the mountain, and then like, you know, you get your crafting table, you get a door, you put a door here, and then you just hide in here for like the whole night. That's basically what the whole video says. But that was my first video, and that was such a helpful, useful video for me. Like how to survive your first night in Minecraft. Oh yeah, that's what it was called. Okay, I just thought of the title on the fly, but the title was called How to Survive and Thrive in Minecraft. But anyways, I don't want to spend too much time on that, because if I spend too much time on that, this video is going to be 4 hours long, man. The sun's going to be peeking up by the time I get to the end of this video. So, but anyways, so after I got past that first learning curve of learning basically how Minecraft works, I played a lot with my IRL friends, my real life friends, like friends I knew that I went to school with, and people like that, because those are the only people, you know, that I knew I could play with at the time. And we all play on this one server. So a lot of the friends I played with, just to name a few, I played with Omer, who I'm playing on this server with right now, so we're still good friends to this day. Richie, Blarum, and I had this one friend, Brendan, who I'll share a story with later. But we play on this one server called adv.tv.joe, and I hope I'm saying that IP correctly, but that was like the first server I ever played Minecraft on. And I just remember like the first day I got on that server, I went strip mining with my friend Brendan, and we were at like Bedrock, and we were like looking for diamonds and stuff. I remember I found diamonds while I was strip mining. And I can't remember if that was like the first time I found diamonds ever on Minecraft or just one of the first times. But yeah, I just remember I found that, and that was like a distinct memory I had on that server. But I played with a lot of my real life friends back then, obviously. Like I said, back in like this phase 1 era of Anthony's Minecraft journey, if you want to call it that. I don't want to make it sound like it's too like crazy or important, but this is a really cool story. So, but anyways, yeah. So I was playing with all of them, and basically after we stopped playing originally on that server, it was just me and my friend Richie that we played basically all the time together. It was like we played other games too, like MW2, which is the first-person shooter Call of Duty game. Which I actually still play to this day too. That game is best COD ever in my opinion. And we basically like we played all day every day, and I didn't tell you guys this at the start of the video. Even I kind of forgot. I wanted to, but I'm going to be making all of the videos that I had once on this channel. I'm going to be unprivating them and making them public, and it sort of hurts me to do that because I watched like one of the videos the other day, and I could barely even make it like 10 seconds in. Like I was watching, and I was like, oh my lord, man. I could barely even watch the intro. It was so like, it was like the pinnacle of cringiness. So if you if you watch my videos back then, I really appreciate you, because I don't know how you put up with that, because that like I can't even put up with that at this point. But I realized, did you guys hear that sound? Another thing I didn't talk about was I haven't played Minecraft in a very, very long time. So, like, all the new stuff, like, I'm playing in version 1.15.2, and a lot of the new stuff, like, a lot of the new sounds and the new, like, whatever, like, this thing is, like, I don't know any of that. Like, any of what it is, I don't remember any of it. And it wasn't in the game, that's why I don't remember it, but it's just crazy because this Minecraft is, like, a brand new game to me, and this is always a game I've been, like, a veteran in. So, it's, like, there's a lot of cool updates. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So anyways, getting back to my old videos, I'm going to be publishing all those videos. I don't know for how long. A lot of those videos are pretty embarrassing. But I want to keep it up just for transparency reasons. But if you guys do want to watch them, and you guys do watch them, and you find anything that was like funny or anything dumb I said, if you guys do decide to watch them, then please let me know about it. Either tweet me, hit me up if you know me, if you got my number in real life, stuff like that. Just let me know about it, because I'm definitely not going to be the one going back searching, watching those cringy videos. So if you guys could, if you guys do watch those videos somehow, if you find any like funny moments, let me know about them, because that'd be pretty funny to reminisce about. Anyways, what I was leading into was Richie. I remember my first time I ever had aspirations of starting a YouTube channel, making any type of content, was with Richie, because me and Richie, we would play like all day together, and I always talked about how I think we should start a YouTube channel. And you'll see, like, as the story progresses, what me starting a YouTube channel, what that kind of led into and progressed into. And Richie, when because we both made a YouTube channel, and when he made a YouTube channel, he posted this one video, which was a Minecraft walls video, and I'm gonna link it down in the description, because if I'm about to unprivate all my embarrassing old videos, then I'm gonna just throw Richie under the bus too, you know what I mean? What the heck?
2,000 years later. One eternity later.
Alright, so I'm gonna just keep it real. I don't know what those things are, but they're holding up this video. Man, what?
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting, and they had to hire a new one.
Are you guys, like, aggressive? What? Yo. Dang, well, I have no idea what that mob was. But anyways, get back to what I was saying. I said at the beginning of this video, I don't want to make this video too long. I'm getting sidetracked with like a bunch of stuff. Richie's video, it was a video on walls. But I remember when he was recording that video, I was in a Skype call with him, and I was just in the background, just listening to him basically record that like whole thing. That's basically how this all started, because I remember he made that video, and then that sort of segues into everything else. And by the way, just so you can keep like time frames in check, I got this video sheet, or this sheet that I'm using for this video. That video was uploaded August 31st, 2013. So to put this into perspective, that was like 7 years ago now. But you'll guys see like what that time frame is relative to all the other stuff that happens in the story. So anyways, that was my phase one. You know, that was basically everything that happened. So now transitioning into phase two, which was, in my opinion, this was, you know, I met the most amount of people here. I probably made the most amount of memories definitely in this phase, because there's so many people that I met that, you know, I've just made memories with, and like I'll never forget. And it was just a really important time period in my life. So this was the Overkill time period. And now Overkill, when I say Overkill, what I basically mean is we had, like, as a group of friends, we had this one nickname that like sort of bind us together. And I don't remember if that was like our SMP name. I remember we had an SMP called Spare at one point, or I don't remember if we had one called Overkill too. I feel like we did. I don't even know. And this all started when I met this guy named Revitor. So I haven't talked to Revitor in a very, very long time. His real name was Jonathan, by the way. I don't remember, because he had two Minecraft usernames, iMesmerization or iMesmerize. I don't even remember which one. And Revitor. I feel like iMesmerize came first, so that was actually his real life, like his, or not his real life, his in-game name. Like if I type something, like that's my in-game name, Anthony2754. That's never changed over the course of my entire Minecraft career. But I think his real name was, or his Minecraft name. Man, I can't think straight. It's how late is it again? 5:13 a.m. Oh yeah, by the way, I just realized that I started this video at 5 a.m. basically, so I'm gonna be able to actually keep track of time, sort of, with you know, just looking at that time every now and then, because it started at 5, so it'd be easy to keep track of. Anyways, the point is, I met this guy on one of the MCSG maps. Now I don't remember which map. I do remember which map. Like, I don't remember what it's called anymore. But it was one of the more popular maps on MCSG back in the day. And basically what happened was, I was just a big fan of YouTubers like Rob, who I'll get to later. But they were all like already involved in the Minecraft Survival Games MCSG community and posting videos on that and whatnot. So I was just playing by myself one day. I didn't really have anyone to play with at that time. And I ran into this guy named iMesmerize, or Rev, or Jonathan. I'm basically going to call him Rev for the rest of the story. So I ran to Rev, and we had I just remember we had like a really intense fight, like a PvP fight. And after it was all over, I'm pretty sure he won, but I don't know that for sure. But I'm pretty sure he won. And then we both said like good fight to each other, because that was like the fight was so intense. We just like knew that like people that played MCSG before will know what I'm talking about. It's a very common experience when you're fighting someone that is like, when you're a really good player and you're also fighting someone that's a really good player, you sort of have like that mutual respect for each other. So that's what happened between me and him. So we had like this mutual respect for each other. So after that, I feel like I asked him what his Skype was, and we added each other on Skype, and then we talked for a little bit after that, and we became friends. I'll get to it in a little bit later. I'll probably touch on it again, but it's just amazing to me how, like, all of this stuff that you're hearing beyond this point in the video, had I not decided on that day at that exact time, and had Rev not decided on that day at that exact time to join that specific MCSG game and play at that specific time, and we had that specific fight, and nobody else in that game like killed one of us early or anything like that, just because of the way like things worked out. Like, if things had not worked out the way they did, everything that you hear for the rest of this video would not have happened. And it's just crazy to think about to me, that how that one little event of us PvPing each other and having a good fight, and then eventually becoming friends after that, just like shifted everything in the future. That's crazy to think about. But again, like I said, I'll touch on that later, and I'll tell you guys the story of what happened so you'll have more context. But at the time, so probably the best friend I ever had during this whole journey and like playing Minecraft and whatnot was Robert H.E. Potatoes, or Rob. I'll just call him Rob for the rest of this video. And Rob is, I haven't talked to him in a while, but I still definitely consider him my friend to this day. I love Rob. I've had so many, like memories, and he was just my best friend. But I'll get back to that later in the video. But I was a big fan of his. His username at that point was Verruck Wolfgang, spelled like this. Dang, I almost butchered the spelling. Wolfgang. I'll always remember that username. Yeah, that was his username, and I was a big fan of his. I watched all his videos. He made MCSG content back then, and I was just one of his consistent fans. I'd always comment on his videos. I'd always watch his videos, so I'd always comment on them. And then he also had a friend named Nerdy. There were a lot of friends that he had at the time. I don't remember all their names. I remember Smallzy, and there were a lot of other people that I'm not gonna remember their name. But there were other people during that time. But basically the two big ones were Rob and Nerdy, who I both became friends with, as you'll hear later in the story. I don't remember how this happened, but there was this guy, another guy I played with, Ryan Skullrider, who was friends with them at the time. He was one of the people that was involved in that friend group at that time. And I started out by talking with him first, and I don't remember how this happened, but I just remember that we would play UHC together. I don't remember if the videos are still online. If they are, I'm definitely gonna try to find them eventually, just for old time's sake. We would play UHC together, and I remember I had a lot of fun with that, but I was still nervous to actually meet Rob and Nerdy and actually talk to them, because I had a lot of insecurities at the time. Insecurities with my voice, insecurities with specifically mainly with my voice, I think, at the time, which I feel is something we all kind of deal with when we're at a young age, I guess. And that's something I didn't really comprehend at that time. But the point was, I was very, very nervous to meet Rob and Nerdy, and Rev was one of those people that he would always he was basically there for me when I said I was nervous to meet him and stuff. I remember talking to him about it. I can still hear his voice literally saying to me he seems like a cool guy, and you definitely should meet him. And I would tell him about how I'm nervous to actually do it, and he just sort of encouraged me to just do it, and stop being a punk, basically, is what he didn't say it like that, but that's basically the principle he was getting across. But anyways, so there was this one day I was playing with Ryan Skullrider, or Ryan Magma Man was his in-game name. Let me see if I can test. Oops, wrong symbol. See how well I could test my whatchamacallit. What am I trying to say? My memory. I was about to say my remembering skills. See, this is why I should not be recording this video at 5:30 a.m. in the. But yeah, my memory. see how well I could test see how good my memory is. You guys know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, so one day I was playing with him on this one server, and I don't remember what server it was. I don't even remember, much of the details. But I just remember that I think he added Rob to the call on Skype, and I had this glitch happen. And I don't know if any of you guys have ever had this happen to you. If you use Skype back in the day, you play Minecraft, you probably can relate. But there used to be this old glitch on Skype where if someone else got added to the call, you would sort of get tabbed out of your game that you're playing on, and you would Skype would pop up, but you'd still be in the full screen, so your mouse would just be stuck, and I don't even remember. I think you had to Control Delete to get out of it, but if you guys know what I'm talking about, that glitch happened to me when Rob got added to the call. And I was just saying, oh no, it's a glitch. And then Rob joined the call and said glitch. And then I just said glitch. And then Rob said glitch. And then we said glitch back and forth. So that was our first ever conversation. And so yeah, that was me and Rob's first conversation, the beginning of a great friendship. So yeah, after that, after Rob joined the call, Nerdy also joined the call. And I just remember how I felt in that moment. It was just one of those moments that I don't even know how to describe it. It's like almost like you feel the most alive. You feel like, I don't even know how to describe it, but it was just one of those awesome moments for me, because it was almost like meeting, like, it felt like meeting a celebrity to me, because there goes that cave sound again. But I felt like I had been watching them for so long, which I don't even know how long I've been watching them at that point for, but I just knew their voices so like distinctly in my head, and I just remember, like, it was just so cool to finally meet them and finally talk to them. So anyways, that's the story segueing into the second phase. And I know I'm taking forever. I'm gonna try to speed this up here a little bit. But there were so many people that I had met during that time period. Just to name all the people I can remember, like Rob, Zach, Nerdy, Kiwi, Rev, Riley, Chase. Riley and Chase were friends of Rev, so I barely even played with. Amy, Kelly, or Shelly, Zane, CJ, Fuzzy, Scoff, Max, Graveyard. I mean, there were so many people that I would give myself like a seizure trying to remember every single person that I've ever met. But that was just, like, we did so much stuff together. That was like my prime of doing YouTube, and just all the people, like, especially like the two I've been able to actually keep in contact with the most relative to everybody else. I mean, it was just still pretty bad. I haven't really kept in contact with any of them like that well. But Nerdy and Rob are the two I've talked to the most recently, I'll say that. And, they're just, I'm going to remember and like wish I said more stuff about this phase during when I look back on this video, but there was just so much great stuff in that time, and I just, like, I'm just so grateful that whole time period happened, and all the friends I met, all the awesome relationships I built in that time period with people like Kiwi and all of them. And eventually it also led to I met Rob and Zach in person, which were two of my closer friends at the time in this community. I drove over to Rob's house, or I didn't drive to Rob's house. I'm like, I don't even know how old I was. Okay, it was 2014. I'm 18 now. It's 2020 now. So -6, you get 2014. So -6 from 18, you get 12. Was I really 12? I don't even know. I don't know what my age was. I guess I was 12 or like 13 or something at this time while this is going on. This was in the summer of 2014, by the way. So I guess that was my age. And I went, and my dad drove me to Rob's house, who we both lived in New Jersey at the time. Yeah, so he drove me over there. It was like an hour and a half drive, and for me, I get like really bad car sickness, so whenever I'm like driving for more than like an hour, really anywhere, I'm like, unless I'm like really excited to go somewhere, I'm gonna get sick, and it's not gonna be like a fun experience at all for me. But this is one of those experiences, one of those times where I was just like, I didn't care at all. I didn't feel sick the whole way through. It was like the quickest car ride of my life. I was just so excited to finally meet them, and I met them, and it was probably one of the coolest memories I have to date. And it's something that it's really hard to relate to anything really, unless you've been through it, like unless you've had an online friend that you just known online for a long time, you become really close with, had a close relationship with, and then you meet them. It's an experience unlike any other, to put it in the best possible way I can. I don't know why this dirt is like this. It's bothering me. But yeah, so that's essentially phase 2. Like I said, there's a lot more stuff that happened. Like, we started SMPs together. I joined the server called Juxcraft, and I met a lot of guys on there. And it was just such an amazing time period. I feel like I'm getting repetitive with that, but I just want to get that point across, because it was really, really awesome time for me. And I just remember this one thing Scoff said this one time. I've always remembered what he said was, there was this one day, because like in that friend group, we had like a lot of drama. It was sort of pointless drama, and I feel like I'm partly to blame, because I wasn't the most mature person in the world at the time. So I feel like I started a lot of drama for no reason. But one of the things that I remember, and one of the times we were having like one of our drama episodes as a group, was Scoff said he was upset with us fighting, and I feel like I asked him why or something like that, and he said, because I really like this friend group, like this time period, and I'm going to be sad once it's over. And that, for some reason, like, ever since the day I read that, like, that just impacted me. I was like, I just distinctly remember that, and it was so true. It ended up manifesting into being reality, because I do miss that time period and all the friends I had back then. When I was playing with Rev, I would do like clan battles too. Like, I took this serious, and I got on like Private Fearlesses, who was a big Minecraft YouTuber at the time. I got on his like top 5 plays of the week for survival games, which was another thing. Like, it's not like a big deal, but like it was a sort of cool thing to have at the time. So that was another thing that happened. There was just so much that happened that I can't get to all of it, but just know it was a really, really, really dope time period. I met a lot of dope people and everything. Let me get my time check. All right, it's 5:28. So I'm gonna move into phase 3 now, and this was the most recent, but like the other phases, let me start off with how this phase started. So it all started when I met this guy, Sammy XYZ. So I'll type this thing out, Sammy XYZ. I met this guy on this server called Eximius UHC. It was I feel like it was uhc.eximius.net was the IP of the. I feel like that might not be right, but that was the IP of the server that's currently down. At least I'm pretty sure. Hold on, I'm gonna check with you guys literally like right now. Online play is not right. Why the heck would they show me that? uhc.eximius.net. I don't even know why I'm checking this. Yeah, I don't even think that's the right IP. But anyways, let me get back into my world. So the point is, I met Sammy on the server called Eximius, and he was a mod on that server at the time. And I remember I played with him and his friend Pika, and I guess it was like a 3-team UHC type deal. I don't really remember how that game went, but I do specifically like remember meeting him and think he was a really cool guy, and same with his friend, and everything. So that's how this whole thing sort of started. And me and Sam, we became really, really good friends after that. And I met a lot of like his friends, and there was this other girl named Kelly that was also a mod on the server that I became friends with after the server went down. Oh yeah, that's another important part of the story that I should have said earlier. The server shut down. Did I mention that? I don't even remember if I mentioned that or not, but yeah, the server shut down, and there was like a big deal. Sammy made a really cool video about like goodbye Eximius basically, and it was a really cool video in my opinion. I remember Eden by end credits. I mean, dang man, I really should not be recording this video at this time. I said Eden by end credits. End credits by Eden is the song he used in that video. But yeah, that was just a really awesome video. But anyways, yeah, it shut down, and that was like a big deal at the time. But after the server shut down, I became friends with so many people, like this one guy. So probably the person I actually, out of this whole story, besides from my real life friends, IRL friends, the person I keep the closest in contact with at this point is Flacinator, this guy, so he was like the man on Eximius UHC. Like when you talked about like the pinnacle, so Graveyard was like, and his name was spelled Graveyard. That guy was like the #1 ranked guy on MCSG, and it was just like, when I finally got to meet him, it was really, really cool because he was like the top dog on that. Flacinator was like the top dog on Eximius, so he was just really, really good. And I never like thought I would meet him or anything, but or like ever get to talk to him, but I always ran into him just being like someone that played Eximius competitively. I always ran into him on like matches and stuff, and it would always be like he'd basically like always beat me, but it would be really, really like he just had like just something about it. I don't really know how to describe it, but he was like a really, really cool character. And eventually, and it's funny because out of this whole story, I keep the close in contact with him. I have a streak with him on Snapchat, so I talk to him every day basically to this day. And me and him, we're definitely gonna get together to play some Minecraft very, very soon. And me and him, we're definitely gonna play some Minecraft together soon. So the point was he was like the top dog on that. But while Eximius existed, I didn't really know like any of them. And there was this other girl, Christina, that I met that I became good friends with. like I didn't know her either, like really that well while the server was running. But we all played on this one like other multiplayer server after the Eximia shut down. I don't remember what the name of that was, but I became friends with all of them like after that server shut down, and that just represents to me like this thing that's like happened to me like multiple times in my life is like right after something is like taken away, it's like I become friends with people that would have made me like the experience of that server or whatever that thing was. Like for example, like I met people after my high school graduation that like if I had known them and like known about them while high school was going on, it would have been so awesome. Like that's just another example, but this server was another prime example because I met like all the mods and all the cool people after the server shut down. I met a lot of other cool people during this time period. Like I said, Kelly, Christina. I met this guy named Jared, Watt, and Juho. By the way, Juho, he lives in Finland, and that's Fleisner. That's Fleisner's real name. So one of the things about all of these phases, as I'm sort of wrapping up here, I want to get this video to a close, but one of the unique things about all these phases is I don't really remember how any of them ended. I don't remember how me and Richie like faded out and stopped playing every day. Like me and Richie are still friends to this day. Like that hasn't changed, but I don't remember how we like stopped talking every day and playing every day and stuff. And the same thing with my overkill days with like Rob and all them. I don't remember how like that ended. And also, I didn't even tell you guys this, but during that time period, that was when I had I've had 2 channels thus far in my career. I've had not that Anthony Minecraft HD. That was my first channel. And then I had this, obviously, which is the Sparkling Ant. Those are the two channels I've created thus far in my life. And I had that channel, Anthony Minecraft HD, at that time. So basically, when I was posting videos on that, I had so many videos. Like, I wish I had created a MCSG montage. I had so many videos on that channel that I wish I could get back and like just look at for memory's sake, if anything. But for whatever reason, like they're all deleted, so I don't have access to those videos anymore because I guess I deleted my channel, and that's honestly like one of the biggest regrets I have like to this day in my literally in my life. Like I would have loved to get those videos back because those embodied so many like memories I had. That was another thing I didn't even tell you guys about. And the Sparkling Ant, that actually came along during this 3rd phase. But anyways, the point I was making was all 3 of these phases, I don't really remember how any of them really came to an end, which is very, very strange. I don't know why it just so happened that that's how things turned out. So that was pretty long-winded. But that was essentially my entire Minecraft journey. It's been, like I said, I left out an unbelievable amount of details just for the sake of keeping this video not like hours long. It's just been such an amazing journey, and to all the people that I've met across this journey, I don't know who's listening to this video, but to all the people that I've met across that journey and in any of like the 3 phases that Richie, Rob, Nerdy, Zach, Kiwi, Rev, Juho, Sammy, Kelly, Christina, like literally anybody in any of those phases. Oh, Xanox was another one. I don't even know if I mentioned Xanox, but he was another guy from my Overkill days. Any of those people that are watching this video right now, I just want to let you know that I appreciate you, I love you, and thank you so much for all the memories that I'll be grateful for forever, because that was, I'm sure we could all agree that we had some really awesome times together. So I just want to thank you for that, Juho, like just everybody. Thank you for all the memories and for everything. That's basically all I wanted to say in this video. And I've been leading up this whole time to this announcement that I'm going to make, which is I'm going to be starting a new Minecraft channel. I already said I'm starting these 2, and I'm going to have a third Minecraft channel. Alright, wait a minute. I gotta interrupt this video because I misspoke at this part. When I was looking back in editing, I realized that I didn't mean to say what I said. I don't even remember saying this, at the time of recording this. But I didn't mean to say I make another Minecraft channel. That is not true. This upcoming channel its main focus is not going to be Minecraft. Now, it doesn't mean that there will never be Minecraft videos, because I do think that there will eventually be, some Minecraft content on there, but that's not going to be the main focus of the channel. And I was just going to put text over that to, let you guys know that I misspoke at that part, but it's much easier to just put a clip in. So yeah, that's all I want to say. Get back to the video. And I'm gonna link to it in the description below. You can go subscribe to it, and I'll have the first video will be coming very, very soon. Make sure you guys subscribe to that. I don't specifically know what my plans are for that channel yet. I have a very, very good idea of what I want to do, but I'm gonna save it. I'm not gonna tell you guys right now. I'm gonna wait until that day actually comes, when I post my first video. But anyways, like I said, I doubt this is my last Minecraft video I'm ever gonna post, but it is the last video for this channel. So for the Sparkling Ant, it's RIP. This is the end. This is the end of the Sparkling Ant, but this is also the beginning of a new YouTube channel. And if my future on YouTube is anything like my past, then I'm gonna meet some really, really awesome people along the way. It's just gonna be a really, really crazy experience again, and I'm really looking forward to it. So anyways, thank you guys again so much for watching this video and for bearing with me. I'm sorry if I sounded like crazy or anything during this entire video. It's 5:40 a.m. right now. I haven't slept yet. Normally I go to sleep. Like, the whole world is so crazy right now with the coronavirus and the quarantines and everything. Normally even throughout all this, I know everyone's sleep schedule is kind of messed up right now, but I've been pretty good in keeping my sleep schedule on point. But for whatever reason, this night everything just slipped. And yeah, I'm up at 5:40 recording this Minecraft video. Oh, not a cave sound. But anyways, so that's it. That's all I got to say for this video. Thank you. If you actually made it this far in the video and you're still listening to me talk, please leave a comment, because I don't, like, if you're actually care enough to be watching to this point, I want to interact with you. Like, I want to hear from you. I really, really honestly do. Like, I'm not making this video. I'm not hoping, like, I post this video and then, like, I get, like, a couple of views, couple likes, and, like, no comments. Like, I don't even care. I don't care about the views. I don't care about the likes. Just, like, leave a comment. If you're any of the people I mentioned in this video, just it'd be really awesome if I could reconnect with you, talk to you again. It would just make me really happy knowing that wasn't the end of the story. You know what I mean? So please do that. Please leave a comment if you made it thus far in the video. It's nighttime again, so I'm gonna head inside. So again, thank you guys for watching this video. I took a screenshot by accident. Oh, I think I just had my voice crack. That's the first voice crack of this video. It wouldn't be a full video if I didn't have a voice crack, or a complete video if I didn't have one Anthony voice crack. But anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I would block to you as a sign of respect, but for some reason they took it out of this game, so I can't do that anymore right now. But anyways, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in the next video coming very soon.